Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Got bras on the net, tits and dope, lean and a Fanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Hope you're able to restore that mental capital. Good morning, pandas. And welcome back. Boy, it feels good to be back at this community. You know, that's the funny thing about long weekends. Once you become part of this community, you don't look forward to long weekends anymore. You look forward to the weekdays because that means we can come back to the community and start trading again. Good morning, guys. Corsi, good morning. Kevin Matt, good morning. Speedy Boy, good morning. IDL, good morning. Nathaniel, good morning. Innate, good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Corsi, trading from the server room. Mindful Jazzy, got my Apex, baby. Let's go, baby. Are you just starting eval, or did you get a new did you pass the eval account? Let me know. Kirk Reed. NJ says BM80 is gone. Nope. There's nothing that suggests that on the screen. It says on the screen BBM80 80% off till 9/8, which is an odd day. It's on Thursday. I don't know why they decided to do that, but on Thursday. Corsi, that's really unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Maybe I can look into other ones for those who are off stream or offshore. That's really unfortunate. There must have been something wrong. I should read that notice and figure out why they started doing that. I know, you know, if they did it for a reason. Okay, it's a new thing. Happened 5 days ago. Oh, there's a lot of reasons. The reasons they are mentioning are countries with certain sanctions. Okay, obviously. Countries that are embargoed, obviously. Countries that certain platforms, brokers, prop firms, data providers are not able or willing to service or open live accounts for, as this would affect the ability to properly service traders without the ability to give access to trade live funds. Okay, that also makes sense. Countries with historical higher level or potential fraud risk, including but not limited to credit card fraud, fraud rings, identity theft, hacking, so forth. This makes restrictions on the amount per year that can be spent on a credit card overseas. So that makes it very hard for the people purchasing because of the credit card companies. Countries are not able to service and training to at the high level of service that Apex strives for. Language barriers, communication service reps that speak the common language of that country, training material, videos available in that. I see. So when they can't provide the actual support because of the language issues, then they won't service them. They're not able to service a bunch of, man, you know, something like South Africa, you know, even like, I guess Russia makes sense for now. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this list and there's probably a lot of people on this list that would love to use. But if you're an existing customer, you're not really affected. Only future, It's good to know. Looks like we are about to basically open near the previous day's close. And this close is so close to the Friday's close. Basically, nothing happened. If you guys don't know, even though it was Labor Day weekend, the market is open for a very small period of time. It's actually open on Sunday night evening until like 1 p.m. on Monday. So it's open for, there's a time where it's open, and so, but the volume is so abysmal. This is basically the trading day on Monday. Turtle tells Maria was so excited, couldn't even sleep. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? Hugh has a good point. It says a VPN could maybe help you in this situation. We can get around those sanctions. I think that's a great idea, using a VPN. I'm just trying to think in terms of like payouts and stuff. Like your credit card. I don't know how that would work. I mean, I understand they maybe could sign up for it, but I don't know. I don't know how deeply they're going to go and check to see if you're from a certain country. No, I see. You can't open credit cards. That makes sense. Yeah, you might have to like get like a prepaid card or something. I'm not sure. ACH, I believe, is a domestic form of transferring money. I think it's only US. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I could be wrong. I mean, I didn't look it up, but typically, like offshores, like you have to wire the money, which is expensive. Which I like. That's why I kind of like PayPal, because you don't have to pay for, transferring money, like wiring, and it's instant. I guess crypto can kind of solve that too. You have to pay a small fee. All right, market's about to open in 30 seconds here, 20 seconds. Let's get that bamboo pandas. Okay, market just opened. Open pretty much at the previous day's close. In fact, we pretty much opened at Friday's close. So it's like as if, the trading Monday never really happened. What do I think today? Daily chart, strong. Pretty strong bear bar. I guess I would like a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. I was expecting that, but I'm not sure if we're going to even get it. Let's say we're going to get a first entry, but it's far away from the 20 MA on the daily chart. Could reverse and come back up. Not sure. A lot of you guys think it's going to be a trading range type day today. It could be. It could be. It's hard to tell, at least from the daily. This is going to be one of the days you got to be adaptable, I think. You got to learn how to change your premise quickly. Can't be stuck on one premise. Everything, all your plans need to be written with pencil, not pen. Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, how many times I've busted an account because I thought, we're going to have a premise. My premise is so strong that I start trading with it, and I keep trading with it even though the there are signs telling me that, that's not going to happen. When I feel like I have a certain price target, like let's say previous day's close, I think it's just going to go there, but it doesn't. But even though it gets like maybe 2 points away from it, like it still doesn't get to it. Or squish between the 20 EMA and the 240 SMA here. Let's see if this here. I finished up creating a indicator. It's a really simple indicator, but it's an indicator that basically times how long these bars take to make. And so, I guess the idea is if the bars finish quickly, then you kind of have a little more volatility. It's kind of like a reverse of, not reverse, but it's like the inverse, I'll say, of like if you had a time chart and you track the volume. Here we have like basically we're trading the volume, and we're tracking the time it takes to create these bars. So actually, the lower the number, kind of the higher the volatility. Which is I guess a little weird to think, but because it takes shorter for the bar to finish. So on the bottom here we have an indicator. Let me know in the chat if you would like this indicator. I probably post it for free on the website. Something to help you. It's an interesting indicator because it's very specific to non-time charts, and most people trade time charts, but since I feel like most of us in this stream we trade tick charts, volume charts, whatever, and so. Okay, kids, no more bickering. Trading multiple accounts sure does slow the internet speed. I'm not sure how much my internet speed is affected. By the way, the time is tracked in seconds, so my charts look different. Let me reload historical, see if that changes anything. I might throw an EMA on the chart down here on the time chart because you can get an idea of the average and see if we're trading under the average or not. Maybe a good EMA would be, I guess 20, like I always use.
10,000 tick trap.
Turtle says, Panda, my account that I have on renewed yesterday, and it's not showing today. Just let Apex know. They'll fix it up. They're really good about that stuff. Really good. Right, should have reloaded here. Let me throw a EMA on this guy. Should I do EMA or SMA? Let's throw a 14 SMA on this. All right, we got an EMA now on the chart here. I don't like the color of that. I don't like the dotted line. Or sorry, we have SMA 14 SMA right now on the indicator on the bottom there. Blue line is right now. It looks a little wonky because it has the time of the previous candles, and these are all pre-market candles, and so these take a lot longer to form than when the market opens. Right now we are super choppy, but underneath the 20 MA. Two leggy forming here. Could be a nice push down. A, B, C, but very choppy, but clearly underneath the 20 MA. If I'm gonna have to take a bet, I would go short here, but I don't have to take the bet, so I'm sitting on my pause. You know, if we get closer like this, basically from the open, yep, we get a little better idea of how long these candles are taking to make. You know, a couple, they're like 30-second candles, some of them. It's insane. We do have a short here, second entry short. Yep, big push down, second entry short, underneath the 20 MA, having a hard time break above it. I just didn't like how choppy it was getting, so I sat on my pause. But it showed pressure pushing down. You can see that we had a hard time breaking above 20 MA every single time. Decent signal bar, second entry short off the 20 MA, nice push down here. Notice on the 5-minute, we do have a small gap we need to fill from the open to close. The 5-minute, I'm only tracking regular trading hours, so there is a gap right now on the 5-minute. $10,000 tick chart. Is this true trap? We do have a fail second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart. Could be a big push down. Could tell us that we have a big bear trend day today. Possibly. When you have a trap, right, fail second entry long underneath the 20 MA like this on a 10,000 tick chart, you know, it could be signs of a really strong move down. First entry short, pushing down. I'm going to mark this pivot low. This is Friday's low. I think it might be significant today. I can cheese this trend line to match. So also, not only are we getting a top the 20 MA bounce, but also trend line bounce, multiple hits on it. You can cheese as much as you want. I really do feel like you can cheese as much as you want within this wick here. You know, I don't think you can go really beyond the wick. Doesn't really make that much sense, or above the wick doesn't make that much sense. But anywhere within this wick, I've learned to be a little more flexible here and use like the length of the wick, the distance of the wick, and try to get an accurate trend line here, especially if you have multiple hits. So it's very flexible. So you're not as confident if it's going to hit off of it or not, but you have like kind of like, okay, it could possibly be hitting off of this trend line because it's within the range of this wick here on, you know, the pivot. You know, whatever pivot you use, if there's a wick, I believe you can kind of use pretty much whatever is range in that wick. So any of this could have been the proper, you know, channel here. Any of this could have been, in my opinion. So you can cheese it a little bit here to get it in there. You know the previous day's low, but remember this low was created on the holiday. So it might not be that important. What can I say? You know, I usually think all price action is important, but I'm just letting you know that it's not necessarily the strong. I think a better one would be to use the Friday's close, which is a full trading day. So on a daily, you can see that this candle form is very small, but it was on the holiday. So the low here would be that low. This low here. I think what's more important is the low here, and that will probably give us a better idea. If we do break this low here on Friday's low, then especially with a strong bear bar like this, basically we're having follow through, and we can push down further. Let's see. Speedy up 600. Let's go, maybe. Iron Cruise. 4 contracts. Passed the eval today. Congrats. Mo Sevenson says, I can't find my country in the list of countries on Apex. Is there any way around that? Anybody else going through the same problem? I believe some people, I mean, VPN was tossed around, which I think makes sense to sign up for it, especially if they're just checking to see if, you know, wherever you sign up is. But I'm not sure if they're going to go even further to check, you know, where you're going to withdraw and where your credit card's from. I'm not sure if they can go to that extent to see where you can sign up. I have no idea since I'm not in one of those countries, but that might be a way around. But yeah, you guys are going to have to, you know, do it and let us know, whoever is facing this problem. Alex says, usually my candles look the same. You should reload your historical. I already reloaded my historical during stream, so there's not much more I can do. Anthony Benedict's dropping the appreciation, saying, I want to personally thank you. Hey, I'm expecting a handwritten note, man. I want to personally thank you for an Apex discount code. Instead of paying $167 is now $36. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, with the 50K account, you can open with as little as $36. Absolutely incredible. So take advantage of it if you can. Derek Nider asks, if the trend is a downtrend, is there a new high you can set to start counting for a failed second entry? How do you identify that? I'm not entirely sure what you're asking for, but sure, if you're on a downtrend, you can always, if you break the previous pivot high as you see here, right, this count reset because we broke this previous pivot high. So that's how you count legs. If you want to know how to count legs, you can go to the playlist in the description. It goes over how to count legs. And so even on this downtrend, because we have a trend line here, right, we can still reset the counts going down because we can break the previous pivot high, as we did exactly here. So this is 2 pushes down now. Off the 20 MA, once again, off our trend line. Terrible signal bar. It's an IO pattern currently. Second entry short, absolutely amazing. I'm not sure if I like it, but it's a second entry short. A, B, C. Or sorry, fail second entry long. It's also a second entry short as well as a Pikachu trade. I can tell with a magenta box with a dark green or dark red 3. It's a Pikachu trade on the strong downtrend. I don't like where it triggered though, beneath, right? Basically, this could be a potential trading range, and so we can have people limit orders buying here. Especially with these bars overlapping, we're clearly underneath the 20 MA still, so you can still feel pretty safe to go short as long as we're not above the 20 MA. It does break down here. It's a second entry short and a failed second entry long. Let me draw it out for you guys. A, B, C. That's your second entry short. You also have an A, B, C, A that fails. So we call it Pikachu because it looks like a tail of a Pikachu, which is like the shape of a lightning bolt. If you guys didn't know, call that Pikachu trade. You can easily identify Pikachus with dark numbers in magenta boxes here. Here's another magenta box. The second entry short also fails second entry long because you have this A, B, C, 2 pushes down, A, which is a second entry long that fails, reverses. So you have this Pikachu. You can identify these Pikachus. This ends up working out nicely. Why didn't I like the trade? It's just too far away from 20 May, to be honest. A, B, if it like pushed back up here, then maybe I'd be more interested with a good signal bar, but I mean, obvious downtrend right now. The reason why I didn't like it, like I mentioned during the time of the trade, was we started to have overlap here, overlapping bars. We're still underneath the 20 May, which means that most likely bearish, but now we're starting to show a little signs of some fight from the bulls. And so when we came down here, I was thinking this could be a possible trading range and we can come back up. So I didn't want to enter a trade way down on these pivot lows. So that's why I didn't take the trade. If it was a little higher, there's a little more room to these pivot lows, I might have taken that trade, but there wasn't, so I skipped it. You can skip trades, pandas. It's an option. It really is an option when you trade. So, you know, maybe I should just rename this channel just instead of two-legged pullback, just skipping trades. That's what the name of this channel should be. Show extreme patience here. You can see the indicator here how long these bars are taking to make. After creating it, I thought it'd be very helpful, but honestly, after creating, I'm just like, it's cool. It's kind of nice to know, but it's not like groundbreaking, but it could be useful for some people. It's good to know that this bar here took less than the average to make. So if that's helpful for you, then you can use it to your advantage. It's a bar timer indicator. Buy barely trades. Buy trades. How about that? Yeah, Chris Lou. Don't even take trades. Let me know in the chat if you like this indicator here. Again, it's a bar timer indicator. Basically, it tracks how long it takes for these bars to be created. And that's important, I guess, if you want to know how long these tick chart candles take to make. Let me just make a poll. Let me make a poll. I would make this for free though. I wouldn't charge you for this. That is the question. How would it help you make trades? That's the question. We are getting closer to the previous day's low. Like I mentioned, I think this low is more important. It's a pivot. It's basically Friday's low. And I think that'd be a little more important than this one, but we are approaching here, so it's just, you know, it's good to know as well. I guess it wouldn't hurt just to put it up for free, and if anyone wants it, they can snag it from the website. bar timer indicator here. Like I mentioned, pandas, early on the 10,000 tick chart, since we had this fail second entry long underneath the 20 MA, it could lead to a strong downtrend. This is exactly what's happening here on the 10,000 tick chart. And yeah, so currently that assessment was correct here. This is 10,000 tick chart. We had the fail second entry long. As you can see, A, B, C, A. Doesn't break above the 20 MA. Reverses again. How do I know this is a fail second entry long? Basically, I see this 3 here. These 3s mean that they're fail second entries. Essentially, like in a way, right? It's a failed swing entry. Like it's a failed second entry in terms of a swing trade, right? Not for a scalp necessarily, but for a swing trade, it's failing. And so, you know, you have A, B, C, A. You know, you should break the previous pivot low, but instead it reverses. So you got this 3 here being a failed second entry short. Here, failed second entry long. 3 trade trap basically for swing traders, and you're underneath the 20 MA. So could have been a very good trade for a lot of people. All first entries, notice all the first entries making money. Kind of blowing right through this previous day's low. We're approaching this low here, and on the daily chart, that means follow through on the strong bear bar on this downtrend. And on the daily chart, if you want to know what chart I'm looking at, you can look at the top left of your screen. It tells you what time frame I'm using or what tick frame I'm using. But basically, here's a daily chart, and we are basically in this big trading range. The trading range indicator is marking a trading range on the daily chart, and it's a big one. And we just failed to break above it and also hit our heads on the 200 SMA and basically really close to this trend line, and really close. Didn't actually hit it, missed it, and now it's coming back to the bottom of this trading range. And who knows? I mean, it can come right straight back to the bottom of it with all first entries along the way. We'll find out. We'll see. But basically, that's what's happening right now. How does one get the bar time in here? I will go ahead and post it on the website, maybe after the stream. Really simple indicator. I'm definitely losing something on my left side of this. Oh, I have a margin here. I don't know why. The left side. Very strange. Right side margin. I have a margin on the left side. I don't know why. What's happening here? Weird. Weird. Never seen that. Is that margin always there on the left side? Like, I can't see the first candle on the left side of the chart. I don't know why. Strange. Huh. Maybe the bar timer's messing it up? No, it's not. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. DX, the bar timer is really for people who want to know when their bars are open near their house. That's strange. I don't know why. It hasn't always been like that my entire life, and I just never noticed it. I didn't know there was a candle missing on the left side. I don't think that's normal. Am I going crazy? No, definitely. There's no reason why that candle should be missing. I don't know why the candle's missing. I gotta look it up. We are really close to Friday's low, and if we break beneath it, that just signals follow through on the strong downtrend on the daily chart. And I mean, we're still in opening reversal territory. The 5-minute chart, the 5-minute chart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles on 5-minute chart. Typically, after the first 5 candles, you can tell the nature of the market, what it's going to look like for the rest of the day. According to this, most likely it's going to be a trending type day, but you know, we got big trends up and down. It could be a strong downtrend. Another bearish day. Everyone missing that first candle? Is that just me? All right, I'll post the bar timer indicator on the website. A lot of you guys are missing that first candle. I never knew that first candle was missing. That is weird. All right. Is that everyone? Is that just me? All right. Thanks for confirming for some of you. I'm gonna put another poll up. Today's a day of polls. Let's see here. People are saying we have news. I didn't check the news. Let me check it real quick. We do have news. Oh, we do have news at 10. Big news. PMI numbers. ISM services. That could be a big mover. Other than that, we have no other news until Thursday. Really. 9:10 Fed Powell will speak. That's it. This week's not that much news. But in about 1 minute here, we are going to have some volatility probably come into the market. Okay, so some of you guys can see the first bar. So it's not a default setting. Something's wrong. Jaden says 25 points, 2 contracts. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. We have a 2-leggy here, forming laden trend. News is about to come out, and something must have got leaked. News just happened. Second entry short, 2-legged pullback. Looks like a trap. Am I looking for a trap trade right now? Not really. Not really. First break of trend, in my opinion. I'm not looking for that trap trade. A little too soon junior moment. It's not a trap trade I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a reversal here at the moment either. I'll need a double bottom, perhaps touching, or a wedge off of this Friday's low. But right now, I'm not looking for that reversal. It's not something I'm interested in. If anything, I'll consider this first break of trend. Second entry short. Looks like it's pushing. All right. Second short. The news didn't really affect the market too much. It did create a little volatility, but not much in my opinion here. We are approaching the Friday's low, which is this blue line. I drew it out. I think it's a little more significant than the previous day's low, which was a holiday. It was a half trading day. Why is the indicator so expensive? I think it's worth its weight in gold. It's a one-time cost, and you get access. If you buy the deluxe, you get access to the Discord for life. You get access to automated trading. I think it's a great price. Push down. Michael Chin's already made 650. He's on his way to work. Big push down, right? First break of trend. Push down here. Higher time frames. 10,000 tick chart. It is a fourth push down, so potential H4. On the 5-minute chart is the second push down here. So we got two leggy all on the 5-minute. A, B, C. We have follow through now on the daily chart as we're breaking beneath that pivot low. Strong push down here. That was a two leggy but huge risk here right at news. It's a trap trade too far away from 20 MA. Obvious downtrend though, so you may, if you're eager, you can enter here, but it's a dangerous trade to take. You're far away from 20 MA. It does give you a scalp though. I mean, it's a strong downtrend right now. It's unbelievably strong right now. We hit the bottom of the channel created here. I'm not taking the short, by the way. Even though we're in a strong downtrend, I'm not taking that short because of how far down we are. How far away from 20 MA. We're not near any key area. It works now, but many times this will fail. Speedy boy, seems like he just passed his eval. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. So you can see here with the bar timer indicator, perhaps you could have used this information, how quickly these candles took to make, and you can see they're being created quicker and quicker and quicker. So it might give you reason to keep going short. And I don't know. I don't know anyone who really uses this, so you're gonna have to think of it yourself. But it can show you like momentum, how strong the momentum is, because we know every candle here is 2,000 transactions, and we can see that 2,000 transactions, we finished it so quickly that you can maybe ride this momentum down, see how fast it finishes. I don't know, something like that makes sense to me. We got an H4 set up here. Break a trend to new low, H4 setup. This could be a potential reversal set, area here. It could be a reversal area on the 2,000 tick. It's the first entry off the 20 MA. So for those who want to enter this or eager to enter this downtrend, you can go on this first entry. I'm skipping it, obviously. It's not even a second entry short. If anything, I'll look for the fail second entry short here to go long. Maybe back to retest or fill these gaps here. Big gap here. This gap may never be filled. May not be filled today. Not never, but may not be filled today. If we strong downtrend, this gap, you won't fill this gap today. Obviously, really big gap here right now. Yeah, this whole thing's a gap. This is a reversal spot, a reversal area. We have enough price action here to have a reversal, but we're clearly underneath the 20 MA right now. In fact, this is a second entry short. It's a hidden second entry short. It's unfortunate, but it is a second entry short. You can see here the price action. We break beneath this candle, but within the same candle, you have an outside bar reversal, which creates a hidden second entry, right? Sorry, a hidden second pullback. And so the break of this candle now is a second entry short. So this is actually a hidden failed second entry short way beneath the 20 MA, so I'm not interested in that. This could be a good trade to take, a lower high second entry short here on this downtrend. I'll have a hard time entering because you do have this support here, right? These pivots down here are going to act as support, could act as support, and so you're not going short here. You're sweating now. Thoughts and prayers for those who went short here. Good signal bar with trend, but this pivot here can act as a support. Another outside bar reversal, just absolutely amazing. Not interested in any of those outside bar reversals. Potential trap trade though, beneath the 20 MA, not interested. So technically here is now the second entry. It looks really wonky. It looks really wonky, but this is basically how it looks like. A, B, C, second entry short. Potential Pikachu. Very confusing to count this because of the outside bar reversals. Who says counting is easy? Sometimes when it looks like this, and in fact when it starts to look like this is when you start to scratch your head and wonder, are we going to enter a trading range now? Because when you have price action that has overlapping bars like this, you're wondering potentially maybe trading range starting to form in this area here. You're not so keen on to following the trend anymore. Potential fail second entry long here. Decent trade to take to go short, but look how choppy it's getting. Look at how many overlapping bars we have. We're not going in and out of the 20 MA. We're still underneath the 20 MA, so you have a bearish bias. But when you look at the price action right now, it's starting to get choppy. It's starting to get choppy. And the thing about choppiness, what does that tell you? It means that the market is starting to be overwhelmed by limit orders, right? You have limit orders all beneath here, limit orders all above here, and so that means that if we want to continue with trend, we're gonna trade against the limit orders, and so the limit orders may catch us here, and we're trying to go short here, but so many limit orders here, as you can see with the price action, that you might get caught and get trapped. So I mean, potentially you can go down, but right here we have evidence that we're starting to go into a limit order market, and if that's the case, I typically sit on my pause. Even though we have a bias underneath the 20 MA, you still have to look at this price action. The whole point of reading the price action is so we can see, if it's a good idea to enter in, whatever setups you get. So right now you just lost this trade. You got stopped out with this if you went short here. Because the bottom here have limit orders all waiting. You can see with the price action. Good signal bar to go short. Second entry short here, but still choppy. Clearly underneath the 20 MA again. So maybe a good chance to keep going down. But right now it looks very choppy. So it's starting to get more 50-50 as time goes on. Inside bar on the 5-minute candles, right? We have an inside bar here. It's really close to the bottom here, so it could create a small bear flag. If we break beneath the low of this candle, good potential to get another push down here. Just waiting though. Sitting on my pause. Maybe with a failed trap here, I might have gone short here. We do break beneath the inside bar on the 5-minute. This could trigger. People have their stop orders right above here, and they have a nice measure move waiting with the break of this candle. It's trying to get down. At least a scalp, maybe a swing. That's what's happening on the 5-minute candles right now. To me, I'm looking at the 2000 tick chart, and it looks very choppy. And so to me, this could be a failed breakdown, but notice the 28 MA acting as resistance. So I'm not going to go long here banking on this failed breakdown, because so far we've seen the 28 MA just acting as a very strong resistance. So I'm not going to trade against it until the 28 MA stops being resistance. I can't trade, I can't trade where there's not even enough room for a scalp. Jaden Saint says, at the moment, all my accounts are 300K because all the 80% discounts we had this year. Thank you, Pan. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Hopefully you guys are doing better than me. I have made 0 trades so far. Big push down. Wait 1 second. I just saw something interesting. Sorry. Let me try that again. Oh, for some reason I thought I saw an option for 5th option on the pull. Huh. It's a lower high. And notice, Pandas, on the 5-minute chart, what people are waiting for was on this break of this candle, below or above, they have their orders. So they're going below. Their stop is right 1 tick above this inside bar. And what they're looking for, you know, if you just want a 1-to-1, this is what they're looking for, a 1-to-1 risk reward. If you're looking for a 2-to-1, you're looking for this target here. And so people are looking for a 1-to-1 risk reward here. And also, you know, they might take the main positions off and try to get for the 2-to-1. Failed trap. I can't go short here. I cannot go short here. Not with these strong bull bars. If anything, it looks like a reversal at this point. 3 strong bull bars. 2 strong bull bars in a row. Ending on their highs. People are always in long at this point. It's a second entry short for me, but it comes after a failed trap. A, B, C currently. Let's see if we get that second entry short though. Second short off our trend line, perhaps. To me, we already have a break of trend here. Potential trap trade to go long. We're above the 20 EMA. This is why you don't go short here. Terrible signal bar as well. This is why you don't go short here. This trap is currently, I'm not sure how far it's going to go, but it could be a failed trap here. We're still above the 20 EMA, so it's difficult for me to go short here. For those who went long on this trap, you're still safe actually. You didn't get your stop loss hit, your 1 tick underneath this bar. You're still technically safe. You're sweating though. You just got stopped out for those who went long here. Trend line still looks like it's being respected. What's getting confusing after so many bull bars like this, you're thinking some follow through here. You know, you're thinking you want to break a trend. This could be the new high. We could have a reversals here, but we might get a 2-leggy here in itself to go long. Things are getting a little confusing now. And it happens around this choppy area. We got really choppy, very choppy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 overlapping bars in a row. You know, I'm not finding any trades in this area, but we're coming right back into this kind of this choppiness. No trades yet. See how confusing it gets. Getting very confusing. We could see with the price action here that things were going to start to get confusing in this area. We did have another push down, but never above the 20 MA. Beneath the 20 MA, going in and out of it. Just watching. Not much. Not much I can do here. I'm looking for a good setup, pandas. This is what I'm focused on. Have we had any good setups today yet? Not really. Not in my opinion. I don't think so. I mean, the market opens here. You do have a second entry short here. But look how choppy it's getting. I mean, you are really in chop right here. And not much room. So maybe you can look for a new low, but still tricky. And here, you know, far away from 20 MA, can't take that. Here, terrible signal bar and above the 20 MA. And no setups here really. So, do I like any of these setups? Not really, pandas. I don't like any of them. It's just getting really tricky, in fact, right? We had a failed trap here and a failed trap here. 2 failed traps in a row back to back. Things are getting tricky. When things get confusing, I like to look at other time frames to see if there's more clarity. If we get more clarity, we do have a potential second entry short forming here on the 10,000 tick chart, 5-minute chart. We are, you know, swing traders still waiting to hit their target. Their stop loss is up here, but they're going to hold until they hit their target. Or, you know, they already might be out break even, you know, with this stem here. I don't know. 5 minutes crane doji bars. If anything, 5 minute always has the possibility to come back to the 20 MA. It's the second entry long. A, B, C. Terrible signal bar, buzz up to 20 MA. I want to go short here. Could be a double top. Maybe a short here would be good. But the 20 MA starting to curl up a little bit. Making it look a little bullish. Hard for me to go short here, to be honest. But it could work out maybe. It's a trap trade. Pikachu trade. Really bad signal bar. Big risk. 1, 2, 4-point risk here.
10,000 tick trap. 5-minute trap. 10,000 tick trap.
Traps forming potentially on the 5-minute and the 10K. We got a 2-leggy here going long now. A, B, C. 2-legged pullback to go long to make a new high. Again, this trap failing. It's not the day for traps. Doesn't look like it. Second entry long. This second entry long is very tempting to take. Like, I really want to take it, but I gotta skip it. Potential big push down here. We'll see. It's just very confusing to me. I don't really know. EMA is starting to flatten out now. And we're just on it. Like, I I want to go long here. I feel like there's unfinished business. I feel like it wants to break this high, especially how we're getting higher lows every time. Right? When you start to look like this, basically have a trend line, you have a higher low setup, second entry long. But these pivots are going to be blocking you. Right? These pivots are going to be acting as resistance. So you have a nice potential trade here off the 20 minute, also off this trend line. Now we're pushing down now. Setup might be gone. It looks like there's some bullish, like buying pressure here, ready to blow the top off right here in this area. Inside bars, inside bar to this bar, inside bar to this bar. Pushing down. No idea. Just sitting on my paws. I'm just watching this. I don't know. Potential long here. Potential short here. I don't know. Looks like a trading range. Happening around this choppiness. Remember I mentioned when we start to see overlapping bars like this, you can see that the market might start changing its character, right? From a trending type market to a trading range type market. And that's what seems like what's happening, and the clue was all of this chop here showing us here, saying that we're probably gonna start going to a trading range, and we should look for one if you can. Now having a hard time closing above the 20 MA. We triggered a second entry short on a 10,000 tick chart. Second entry short, just pick at your trade on a 10,000 tick. It's getting very choppy though. A, B, C. Pick at your trade, 10,000 tick chart. 5 minute chart also trap triggering on the 5 minute. I don't know what's happening. It looks like it's starting to go into a trading range, so it might come back up. This could be a failed breakdown, trading range, come back up to the top of the trading range. The character of the market is starting to change, in my opinion. Right, as you can see, we're going in and out of the 20 MA now, which wasn't possible before. Right? It wasn't happening, but now it's happening. Showing that the bulls and bears are fighting. So you would have made a scalp here if you wanted to take that second entry long and treat it like a failed breakdown, and get a nice little scalp here, maybe back to the top of the trading range for a swing. Seems like you guys are doing better than me. I'm still flat. I'm still flat. I haven't seen a good setup yet. You see on the 10,000 tick chart, this trap failing on the 10,000 tick chart, which is rare. And this trap failing on the 5 minute chart, which is also pretty rare. So we're getting all these failed traps now on these higher time frames. And like I mentioned, trading range. So for those who thought, man, boy, this doesn't just drop down like a rock, gotta recognize the market cycle is changing. You know, ever since here, it started to change. You can see with the trading range indicator. Big push up. Absolutely amazing move up now. Hard to have traded that, in my opinion, either way. Double bottom. That's what the bulls are waiting for. Double bottom here, lower high double bottom, but higher low double bottom with this low. Basically making a inverse head and shoulders type pattern here. Right, you can see the left shoulder here, head, left, right shoulder. It's like a double shoulder. This market is out to get you. It's not your friend. I'll just say that right now. We're approaching the previous day's low. Sorry, Friday's low. Huge gap here still. This is definitely a sell area in my opinion. You know, if you're looking for like an entry, this is a sell area in my opinion, and we can have a big reversal in this area. It's quite a ways there though. We'll see if we get there. Sell zone. So basically we get back up to this area, and we have any reversal pattern that's kind of bouncing off this zone here, then potential good reversal. Also, it'll fill this gap here. Strong bull move. I may look for a second entry long here, but difficult to say. Really difficult to say. 10,000 tick chart hitting its head right on the 20 EMA. 5-minute chart still not at the 20 EMA. But remember, this line here is the low of Friday, so it could act as resistance as well. What I'm saying is I have no idea what's happening. That's what I'm saying. Okay, second entry long is gone. That setup is gone. The count's reset because we broke the previous pivot high. We may get a second entry long here, but this could be a break of trend to new high. Huh. I don't know. I will at least need to come back to the 20 EMA for me to even consider going long here. I could maybe make a trend line, but it's so steep. First entry. We might come up to this sell area. Some may call this a supply zone. I call it an Albrook's gap. And when the gap is filled, typically there might be a reversal. The main reason being is because you have all these bears who missed this huge move, and they're saying, man, if we come back up to this area, I want to enter this. I want to enter here to potentially get the move again. That's what the bears are wanting. Strong bull bar on the 5-minute, ending near its high, nearish. Second entry short, starting to potentially form here on the 5-minute. A, B, C, 5-minute chart. Potential trap trade coming off the 20 EMA to go long. Do I want to go long here, pandas? Let me put a pull up. If we get a setup off the 20 EMA here, like this, A, B, C, 20 EMA, notice the EMA starting to flatten out already with a strong bear move like this. Could be a trading range starting to form up here as well. We're starting to go underneath the 20 EMA, so the pull may not be, it may be obsolete. Potential two-leggy here, pandas. We might get a two-legged pullback. It's gonna be a really small two-legged pullback. Right, that's the first entry is very small. It could be potentially very small, but it'll be a two-legged pullback nevertheless. Two-legged pullback, second entry long. Boy, oh boy, that is wild. Second entry long looks like this. Second entry long. Ooh, outside bar reversal. It's a second entry long. It's technically triggered there with a hidden second entry long triggered there. Very tricky. Outside bar reversal. Higher low second entry long. Okay. Wow. I can't believe it. I mean, it really looked like it was going to push down further, but in a strong bear move like this, and you're thinking it probably push down further, but look what's happening. It's just getting very choppy again, very confusing. I mean, I'm actually happy I'm sitting on my pause here. I'm happy I'm just flat because it's very confusing right now. Potential higher low setup. That's a trap trade to the short side. 20 EMA starting to rise up. I feel like this is still bullish. I think we may want to make a new high here. I think we may try to come and fill this gap. Could be possible. All potentials. Outside bar reversal again. Absolutely just mind-boggling. Very difficult to read this. Getting very choppy with these wicks. You're thinking probably push down, but now we're above the 20 MA. I'm sitting on my pause here. I'm thinking new high needs to be created, but who knows? Higher low might be a nice setup to take to go long. It's not a second entry long, but it's a higher low. The thing I don't like is also we're basically bouncing off the Friday's low here. So these are typically key areas, and we're right on it. We're just hitting our heads on it multiple times. But it could just create this pressure where you have the higher low setup. It's not a second entry long, but it's a higher low setup. Coming off the 20 MA. And if you're thinking uptrend, potential long to take. A lot of you guys skipped it. I think it's a good skip. Very confusing. In fact, you actually were able to... In fact, if you did it, yeah, you would have made it, but still very confusing. We still have this sell area that I want it to come up to. I still wanted to make a new high here. Boy, oh boy. Big bear bar, right? Trading range price action. Again, trading range indicator giving us a trading range. Tough time breaking the previous or Friday's low. Just watching. Very confusing. We actually have a lower high second entry short on the 10,000 tick chart. Higher low second entry short is a hidden. And second entry short on the 5 minute. Very confusing. We could have a breaker trend to new low here, and we could have another push up. What makes it difficult for me to go long here, pandas, is the fact that this low looks like it's acting as resistance, but we do have a break of trend to new low here, and so we could push up. I just need a good setup here. Maybe a higher low setup, come back to the top of the trading range, but the fact that we already bounced off this resistance 2 times, right? We failed to break it multiple times here. Maybe if we fail to break it one more time, I'll be looking to go short here, but I like the fact that if we come back up here, we'll make that new high on this down uptrend, and we also get close to the the sell area, sell zone. So I kind of want to wait for all those things to happen, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it, pandas. As long as we're beneath the resistance here, it's going to be difficult for me to go along. It really will be. And the only setups I can see at this point are long setups. So the context doesn't look good, but the setup looks like it's primed for a long. So this is making it confusing for me, which makes it unfortunate. Because I might just sit here for a little bit longer without doing much. Make sure you guys scalp that like button though. Spending this time with you guys is draining. Reading the market like this, even though I do love the community, it's still very draining to articulate every single thing I'm thinking. We do have a fail second entry short on the 5-minute, pandas, and this could be a big reversal here. Boy, oh boy, man. New high being created. No setup for us along this entire way, and we're getting close to our sell zone. Getting close to our sell zone here. Made that new high finally. Break a trend, new low, new high. Let's get a reversal set up in this area. I need one more leg up here. I need at least 2 legs up here. Right, finishing this move up. And then a fail second entry long. Continuous downtrend. We'll see. This is what I'm looking for. Something along these lines. In the sell zone. But look at the higher time frame. Super strong bull bar ending on its high. On the 10,000 tick chart. 5-minute chart looks like a bull bar ending near its high with a reversal setup, triggering beneath the 20 MA. But still, if we get another bull bar right here on the 5-minute, traders will be always in long. I need a sell zone to. Oh, sell zone's gone. Goodbye. This is very difficult to read, in my opinion. Very difficult to read. I felt like this was gonna happen, but there's no. It was hard for me to go long here when you have a resistance so clearly, so clearly like holding up. You can see on the 5-minute bar, actually they were always in long after the formation of this bar. You can tell because there was no tick. There's no wick here. If I zoom in, there's no wick on this bar going down. So they're always in long, as in they bought the close, right? The moment this candle finished, flood of traders just came in and bought. They didn't even allow this to tick one tick under in order, so there's just all pure buying the moment this bar closed. You can tell by the price action on the 5-minute chart. That sell zone, I thought, would act as some sort of resistance, but blew right through it. So I just got rid of it. Man, wow, what a move! What a move! What a move! Measure move, hit. It's absolutely incredible. Huh. Pandas. This is very tricky. This is why you gotta be flexible. You have to be flexible. This is why I'm patient. Potential second entry long here. Notice on the 5-minute, we had a strong reversal, but it's looking like it's starting to fail a little bit. We'll see how far down it goes, though. And it is bouncing off the previous day's close. Okay, 10,000 tick chart, strong bull bar, but follow through, none. Looks bearish. Second entry short. Am I looking to go long here, pandas? Is the question. Balancing out the 240 SMA. Putting a pull up. If we get a second entry long here, would you take the trades, pandas? Off the 20 MA. Potential second entry long here. We do have the 240 SMA and the 20 EMA starting to squeeze here. We have a potential second entry long forming. Hasn't happened yet, but if it does happen, pandas, would you take this trade? You already have to have your bias made up at this point. You gotta be looking for some trade here, either a trap or you're going to wait. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Some follow through. Not sure if we're going to even get this second entry long. This might be only a first entry market here. I mean, if you look at the higher time frames, the 10,000 tick chart might have a trap here. I might launch this upwards. The 5-minute, right? Looks like a strong bull bar forming here.
$10,000 tick trap.
Trap on the 10,000 tick chart. And this trap could seriously launch this market up. It could be a strong bull trend day rest of the day. With this trap forming here, it could really be a strong bull trend rest of the day. We have our second entry long forming here. It's far away from 20 MA. Do I want to go long here? It's a wonky looking two-legged pullback, but it's a two-legged pullback. It's a strong bear bar. Strong bear bar ending on its low. Now it's making those who went long here on this trap start to sweat. Second entry long here. The 240 SMA. Maybe acting as resistance here. Very difficult. Ugly signal bar. It's an uptrend. Potential double top. Clearly above the 20 MA here. Boy, oh boy. Do you want to go long here, pandas? It's a bad signal bar, but it's above the 20 MA. It's not that much risk either. Balancing off the 240 potentially here. Could be a long setup. Currently sitting on my pause. Too scary for me. Too confusing. I don't like when the bars end on the low like this, right? Coming back to 20 minutes. I don't like how bearish this looks at the moment. You're sweating now if you went long here. but you're still safe as long as you don't break beneath here. That trap here triggering is scaring those. Boy, oh boy, if I was long here, I'd be very scared. Very scared. Okay, you just got stopped out. Pandas! This is why, when you're confused, you just sit on your paws. Because if I went long here, I would have already been stopped out. I'm going to go long here, though, on a second attempt long. Right? Failed reversal attempt. I'm going to... outside bar reversal. Not interested. Hate outside bar reversals. I don't like outside bar reversals. This is an outside bar reversal. But that's a second attempt up here, which I like more than this first attempt. Higher low second entry long. It's another second entry long here. This has a good chance to making some bamboo. A, B, C. But comes after a outside bar reversal. Unfortunately, I don't like them. And I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let this one go. But this looks like a potential strong move up. Very confusing. Very confusing in my opinion. Starting to make a triangle here. If you look in the higher time frames, right, you're actually still safe if you went long here on this trap on 10,000. You're still safe because your stop loss is down here. But, I mean, you got pretty scared when you saw this forming. Just watching this. No, just watching, Pandas. I'm not sure. Right, this is the day where traps are failing. And when traps fail like this often, even on the higher time frames, it looks like it's about to fail. Very confusing. Very confusing day. Potential move up here. I almost want to go long here, though, with a trap because we're above the 20 MA like this. And we're forming a triangle above the 20 MA on a strong up, right? Strong uptrend. It feels like it wants to burst to the upside, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to wait for a setup. I'm going to wait for this to fail. If this fails and there's a long setup here, I'm going to try to take it here. And let's see if we can get some bamboo. Very long, large gap here that we may want to fill. Inside bar, right? OII pattern, breakout mode. My setup is another failure down, and I'll go look to low long. That's my setup here. And I will try to swing it. I will try to swing this trade because it looks like a potential big move up here. It does break. It's a higher low setup. Higher low setup. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy my trades. It's starting to get a little choppy. It's a higher low setup. I like this trade. I'm going to take this for a small swing trade here. Let's go 4 points. Almost a 1-to-1 risk reward. 1, 2, 3. A little more than a 1-to-1 risk. I like the fact that this failed again. And we're clearly above the 20 MA. So I feel like, you know, this wants another push up here. It makes a 2-point scalp. I can get away with just a 2-pointer here, but I do want to. I want to swing this a little bit. All right, let's get out with 2 points. Let's get that. Let's go, baby. Pandas! I could have swung it. I could have swung it, but I didn't swing it. But I could have swung it. I still got my bamboo. I don't care. Whatever. I still got my bamboo. Let's go, baby. Hey, we're ending green today. Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. And I hope everyone is getting their bamboo. Yeah, everyone. I could have stayed in. I could have. And I was really wanting to stay in. But I didn't. Because I am a wussy panda. And it is what it is. But Pandas, hey. At least we got that bamboo. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.